Hello everyone, this is Khalid from the RetroNail channel and welcome to a new video on the Nintendo Wii. I love the Nintendo Wii. So the plan was to create a video to show you how to load games off the USB stick. But honestly, when I started the video and I recorded the intro and stuff, but when I started, I basically started the process on this Nintendo, which I bought off the flea market for, I don't know, $5. Then I noticed this. Let me show you what's happening. Let me first remove my face to the other side. So this is what's happening, and basically when I try to go to the settings to get the the firmware version and set up the internet, I get this. And from what I understood from like a quick search, is basically someone has changed the region for this Wii, and now it's not able to access the settings because I think this is a Japanese Nintendo Wii. But someone changed it to US. I want to check if there is anything I can read on it. No, it's USA. Maybe it's USA and someone changed it to PAL. I don't know. So I need to figure out how to fix this. And the only issue is basically as you can see, there is no homebrew channel on this Wii, so basically I need to figure out how did they change the region, if that's what it is, and how I can fix this. So without any further ado, let's see what we can do. Okay guys, so I've been researching this and it's basically called Semi Brick apparently, which means that someone had installed the system menu update from a disk from another region, and it's called Semi Brick. If the error is related to changing the region in your Wii, you can easily fix it by changing the region back. However, it's easy to turn a Semi Brick into full brick. If you don't have BootMII or BootMII or have preloader installed, your Wii will likely be unusable in a full brick. So apparently someone has changed that. And the question is, how did they change the region? I'm not sure. So that will kind of tell me basically maybe they I've been also looking around, and basically I've seen something called Wii, which is basically a modchip, and it has a support for region changing thing, so you can change your region. And the only thing I think is basically we need to see these settings. So I read, and they have basically the way to enter the settings for this modchip. I don't know if the modchip is installed, by the way, but the only way to get into the settings is basically download an image and burn it to a DVD. So of course their website is no longer working, the wiki homepage. So anyways, I searched around and I think I found this thread, and it basically has these values. So I'll go ahead and download the 1.4 version of the config disk. I'll burn it and see how it goes. Okay guys, so I've burned the disk. Let's see. I'll insert it. I actually downloaded both versions, the 1.4 and 1.3. So let's see. I still don't know if we have the wiki mod or not, but yani according to, or at least the way I'm looking at it, it's basically probably that's why how they actually changed the region. Now if you can notice, basically it's reading it as a Nintendo GameCube game. So let's see. Try to start it. See what happens. Okay, so this didn't work. Let's try the other one. It's a little bit difficult to control the. See. Okay. So it's also not working. You know what? I wanna try just like to run a burn game. I'll burn a DVD, you know, with a Wii game and see if it runs. This way we'll know if there's a mod chip or not. Okay, guys. So I burned a game. It's Mario Paper. It's on this DVD. Let's see what happens. If we have a mod chip, it should read it because it's a burned DVD disc. Let's see what happens. Oh, it actually reads it. Let's see if it runs. Okay. Okay. Oh, it actually runs. So, okay. So what we have to here is basically a modded Nintendo Wii. It has a mod chip. At least, you know, this is what I expect because it can run copied games. So, okay. So that's interesting. Now the question is basically, because we know the problem is that the region was changed at a certain point. That's why we don't have the menu. We need to figure out how to basically change the region on a modded Wii, because we don't have the HomeBrew channel installed. Okay. And I even if it's a modded Wii, I still like to install the HomeBrew channel on it, because honestly I don't want to burn CDs or DVDs. I'd like to use like a memory SD card or a USB stick. So okay, let me look into it and see what I can find. I think the first thing to kind of figure out is what kind of mod chip is installed. So I looked around, I tried several methods to figure out what chip mod it is. So some chip mods, to enter the config, you have to start a CD. I like Wiki, but they didn't work, as you've seen. Other chip mods, you have to press the eject button 3 times for them to mount a disk image, but also didn't work. So I think what we have to do now is take it to the bench and tear it apart and see if there's a mod chip. I think there is a mod chip, and just figure out what mod chip it is. So off to the bench we go. And yes, we do have a modchip. I don't know what type it is. I need to figure out. It has an actile chip and it's white. And yeah, I'm not sure. MT something. Okay, guys, so apparently this is called a D2C key mod chip, and these two jumpers, jumper 1 and jumper 2, controls what region. So as you can see now, jumper 1 is connected and jumper 2 is disconnected, which is USA, which is should be correct. So what I'll do is I'll remove the solder of jumper 1 and connect jumper 2 and test and see how it goes. Let's see if anything changes by going to the menu. Okay, apparently nothing changes, still not working, which is a bummer. But I have a theory. I just want to make sure because this jumpers, the way I read it, it's actually not for changing the region of the Wii itself. It's just you have to set it right for what region your DVD player is. So to test this theory, I'm gonna insert again another CD, the BERT one, and see if it actually works. If it doesn't, then this means that basically we changed the region, now it's not working. So let's see. And yeah, it's not working, so I have to retain the jumper the old way. Okay guys, so I've put the jumper back basically the way it was before, and let's see if it can read burnt CDs again. Okay, nice. So it's reading the burnt CDs, which basically tells us what we were thinking. It's this jumper is actually to basically figure or configure what the region for your DVD is when you install the mod chip. So if your console is a US console, then you set it to jumper, I can't remember, 1 or 2 or whatever, but basically you have to set the way your console is configured, and it has nothing to do with changing the menu or whatever. So it's working again, but we have to figure out something else to change the system menu. Okay guys, so that didn't work. So what we know till now is that this Wii is modded with the D2C key, which is kind of an configurable chip. The jumper on it is basically to tell it what kind of DVD drive it has. So it's not a region change. It's basically if you have a US console, then you put it as US. If it's PAL, you put it at PAL and stuff. So basically that doesn't really help us. So whomever did change the region, I think he or she did it using HomeBrew or software. The question is, I don't know how they did it, right? So the only way to do this or to fix it, I think, is that we need to install HomeBrew on the device, which was the original intent, and try to change the region from there. So I'm looking around for options how to do it, and since we have a modded PlayStation, Nintendo Wii, then we can use the ISO. So basically, I'm not sure what framework I have, but what we can do is basically try the ISO. So I downloaded the ISO, I burned it to a DVD, and let's see what happens. Here is the CD. See, let's switch to this and insert the CD. So the whole idea, as I said, we wanna install HomeBrew so we can install a region changer and hopefully fix. Okay, so this didn't work. So back to the drawing board. Okay, guys, so that didn't work. I looked around, and one of the ways to install Homebrew is using what's called the Indiana Pawns method, which is basically you have to play a game, and using a save for that game, there's an exploit. Anyways, as you can see, here's the website. I'll leave all the links in the description, anyways. But here are the steps we need to follow. I did everything up to basically everything I've put on the SD card and downloaded the game, but I think I need to start it at least once, so let's do that. So I have the game, let's see if it works. It should work. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's start it if I can, because I'm using so at least we have started once before we can copy the file. We have to get the nunchucks. Okay, just start, I don't care. And sorry you guys, there is no sound because my capture card doesn't, well, it doesn't have the kind of composite video. It has it's an HDMI, and I have a converter, and the sound sucks out of the Nintendo Wii into the converter, so that's why there is no sound. Okay, I don't know what's doing. I just want to basically get into the game. Okay. That's it. I can't even go home now. So we have to wait for the cutscene. Okay. Let's see. So data management, save data. We go to the SD card, and we have USA copy. Yes. Okay. So back. I don't know, can we start the game from the save directly? Let's see. Okay, we can. Was worth a try. So let's go and start the game. Not this one. And I'm gonna look at the description again. Load, you just copy. When the game loads, you will be in Bennett College. Walk to the art room. Approach the left corridor. When it zooms on him, choose switch to option. Okay, we'll see. I didn't play this game before. I guess we need to connect the nunchucks. walk to the art room. Okay, guys, so I'm doing a voiceover here, so don't freak if the sound doesn't match the picture. I'm gonna use this time while I'm trying to find the art gallery, tell you a little bit about this exploit since I didn't talk too much. So basically, what this exploit does is it utilizes basically a saved game, and when you load the save game and do certain actions, it will basically install the homebrew channel. This game is the Indiana Jones, the Lego Indiana Jones adventure something game. And what you have to do is basically through the website for the Indiana Pawns, you download basically a RAR file that contains a saved game. You expand it to the SD card, then you copy it, this saved game as you've seen, to your Nintendo Wii. Then you load the game and open that, load that saved game and do whatever is told, you know, in the exploit itself. The nice thing about this exploit is that doesn't need internet, but you have to have a modded Nintendo Wii. So you can run burn disk, or if you have the game itself, then you can use that game, then you don't need a modded PC. Of course, there's other games that you can use. There's a list I'll put also in the description, like Lego Batman and others. Okay, I guess this is the art room. Yes. And what does it say? The left character on the podium. For select A. Oh, interesting. Oh, so we're into Hack Me. Nice. Okay, press 1. Oh, can be installed. Nice. Okay, continue. Install the homebrew channel, please. Yes. Oh, nice. Exit. Okay. Yes, we have the homebrew channel. Now nothing is there. I need to get some apps on the SD card so we can basically do something. Let me figure out what I need. A minimum we need the region changer. Let's see what else we might need. Okay guys, so here's the plan. We have the homebrew channel. I've been reading a little bit, and I think what we need to do is first install BootMII as boot 2, so we have a way to dump or back up the whole Wii, because I'm afraid this Wii might face, you know, we might face issues. So I'm gonna back it up, and after that we're gonna use AnyRegionChanger to try to test and see what we, you know, can do, if we can fix it. So basically now I'm gonna install BootMII, and to do that I'm gonna also again go into the same game, the Lego game, and use the basically the glitch for the save, load the saving and do it. So, and you'll see a quick montage. Let's do that. Okay guys, so my mic was muted while I was recording, so I'm doing a voiceover. Sorry for the confusion. Anyways, so I went ahead to the list of application for the brew. I'll leave the link, and I basically downloaded AnyRegionChanger. As you can see, it's under System Tools. Once you enter the page, there is a download option. Just download it. It will be a zip file. Open the zip file, and basically all you need to do is to extract it onto your SD card root. Just put it on the root. Don't put it in any special folder, just on the root. And once it's extracted, you should get all the files in the right locations, which is basically, you should see AnyRegionChangers under the apps folder, which is called this, right? So if this is the case, all is good. Just eject your SD and put it back into the Wii. Again, guys, I forgot to turn on the mic here, so bear with me. Anyway, so with the SD card in the Wii, we go into the HomeBrew channel to actually open the AnyRegionChanger and hopefully try to change the region. We got an error. I don't know what that means, and I don't know if it will allow us to continue or not, but anyways, apparently it's not a problem. This is the warning that you get from AnyRegionChanger, basically explaining what a semi-brick is. Its semi-brick are caused by the console area setting not matching your system menu region, which is exactly what we have. And it's not horrible, but it can easily deteriorate into a full brick. You have to be careful, basically, but we're already past that point because our console is already semi-bricked. So we press 1 to continue. Okay, and here we see the warning, which is actually accurate. We have an area system menu mismatch. And here you can change the language, everything, the NTSC, and then the system menu installer. It's saying I have system menu 3.2. But the installed region, it can't tell what installed region it is, so it's weird. But anyway, you can choose what system menu you want to install. So for example, this is saying USA. You can change the system menu to Europe, Japan, whatever. We need USA, of course, and after that you just press go. It will basically confirm whether are you sure or not. Just say yes, and you, as you see, it actually needs a network, trying to initialize a network, and we hit the same wall. We can't use that. We don't have a Wi-Fi, so this didn't work. So back to the drawing board. Okay, guys. So after digging around, I found this website, and basically reading around the internet, I understood a little bit how the whole kind of ROM in the Wii works. Is basically made out of small pieces of code called iOSs, and each iOS is responsible for doing some kind of functionality, and some of them is for the system menu, other of them are for basically drivers, loading the CDs, all this kind of stuff. And the system menu, as we said, is one of these iOSs. So if we scroll down through this website, which basically have them to be downloaded, I'll leave the link in the description. You'll notice that iOS 50 is responsible for the system menu 3.4. It has two versions. One is 4,000 and the other is 5,000. You have to be careful. Is basically the 5,000 version is a stop, which means basically it's an empty kind of iOS. But if you install it, it will brick your Wii. This was a way for Nintendo to basically upgrade. So we need the 4001. You just hit the download and download. It's a WAT file, and a WAT file is basically some kind of an installable that you put on your SD card in the folder called WADs. And to be able to install such WAD file on your Wii, you need another application which is called BootMII. I'll also leave the link in the description to where to download it. Just download the BootMII and extract it to the SD card. Once you have both of those, just again eject your SD card and put it into the Wii. Okay guys, so the mic was still off. Anyway, so this is the BootMII menu you get when you load, turn on the Wii. And I want to show you guys something interesting. If you go to the settings, then to the information section, and by the way, you have to use the reset and eject, you notice that it says 3.4E. as the system menu, and this is basically the problem. We know that this is the problem, but what's interesting, and I want to show you also, is what we get when we open the what they call it, the you know, the AnyRegionChanger, and what it gives us. So as you can see, it's saying first it doesn't know the installed region, but saying it's system menu 3.2, and it want to install system menu 3.2, which is weird, and I guess it's all messed up. Anyways, let's continue and go to the HomeBrew channel to install the downloaded iOS we've just downloaded. So just start the HomeBrew channel, and we want to start the application WeMod Lite, the one that we installed on the SD card. As it's the first time starting the WeMod Lite, it will apply patches. It will take a little bit of time. No need to worry, a few seconds probably. Then you go into this menu, and we have to go to the WAD manager. We select our Wii SD slot. Then we go to the folder we created, WADs or WADs, and select the iOS 50, the one we downloaded, and press A, and again A to install the WAD. Again, it will install it. It doesn't take a lot of time, but hopefully this will solve the problem. When it's done, just press B to get out, and in the latest menu just press home to exit to the HomeBrew channel. And what we're gonna do in the HomeBrew channel is, if you noticed, when you press the home button, you can launch BootMII. So we'll launch BootMII to go and check, like the last time, basically what version of system menu is installed. And no, it didn't work. So basically we're still at 3.4, which was the same before we installed that iOS. Just to make sure, we'll boot into the Wii menu and check if there's any change, if we can enter the settings, which is probably not gonna happen because the system menu didn't change. But anyways, it's worth a try. And no, the same problem. Okay guys, so I came across something called the NUS downloader, which is basically a program that allows us to access the resources on the Nintendo update servers and basically download what we need. It seems very interesting. The nice thing is that you can choose apparently what you want. So I've downloaded it, and basically it gets, you get where is it? This one, like a zip file where you can extract it. So basically I extracted it. So let's see how we're gonna use this. So let's go to Wii and NSU downloader. So basically this is what you get. And the nice thing is that it has kind of a database you can choose. And for us, we need something from the system, and it's the system menu. And you can basically choose any system menu with any version. For us, it's 3.4U. So you choose this, and basically you tell it to pack the WAD, so it's a WAD file. And yeah, that's it. You just start the NUS download. Sorry, that's my phone. And when it's finished, you should find a file that's basically titles, and this is the one you remember we've chosen for the system menu, and you have your WAD file. Just copy it over to the WADs file on your SD card, put it there, eject your SD card, and put it inside the Wii. As I said, the worst thing we can do is brick it. Hopefully we don't, but yep, it's a possibility. Load. Sorry. WAD manager. System menu. Install. This is not promising. Oh, it's changing. That's good. Okay. I thought it got just like hanged. Okay, press any key to continue. Press home to exit. Let's see BootMII, what does it say? If this worked or not. Oh, we have 3.4U. That's very interesting. Now let's see if it's actually worked. And we have unbricked our Wii. Let's see. Maybe. No. Oh, it worked. Yes. Yes. We solved the issue. Whoa. Okay, so an SU downloader is the thing. Let's set up the internet first before anything else. Search for an access. Testing connection. Finally. Okay, so it was as simple as using an SU downloader. Well, that's the way we learn. We have to test things, try things. Was successful. Please perform a Wii update now. I'm gonna say no because I want to do another backup. Now we have it unbricked. Then we're gonna do the update. And again, guys, the mic is muted, sorry. But anyways, I did the backup and I copied all the files that the output of the backup, I copied them over to my PC just in case. And now I'm back on the Nintendo Wii to perform the update. Okay guys, so I realized that the mic was muted. Anyways, you've probably seen my face talking. I don't know if you'll see my face, but basically what I did, I did a little bit of research to see if there is any problem updating a soft modded Wii using the Wii system update, and basically there isn't. I wanted also to make sure that it won't affect BootMII as boot 2, so basically I will be able to access BootMII on the like startup of the Wii. And what I understood is basically if your Wii supports BootMII as boot 2, basically it will always do. That can be changed, and there's a few new consoles that couldn't support that because Nintendo patched something in those consoles. So those consoles will never support BootMII as boot 2. So we're covered. We have a backup. So the worst case scenario is basically we do something, break the Nintendo Wii, then we have a backup where we can basically flash it again. The only downside is that we'll lose the soft mod and we'll end up with a vanilla system basically as new, which is okay because the original plan was to basically use this Wii I bought to actually show you guys how to soft mod it and install software to load games off the USB drives, so you don't have to use CDs. So that's what we'll do after this update finishes and we make sure that everything is working. And it failed with error 32007, which is basically means that we couldn't reach Nintendo servers to do the update. I did test the internet connection to see if I have internet, even though I tested it before the actual update. So when I went ahead and I did another test just to see if it's an internet, and I didn't get it. I get an error. So I said, you know what? It's probably something with the network. It was disconnected. So I connected again and I did another test and it was successful. So I tried to do the update again. But after waiting for another while, I got the same error. Okay, guys. So after doing a research, I came across few things. Some people are saying that basically this behavior is caused by something preventing the update, and probably some in modded Wii's, it's a soft mod, and it's called something called preloader. But I didn't install preloader. I couldn't access its menu. Basically, to access the menu of the preloader, you have to press and keep holding the reset button. But it's not working on my this Nintendo Wii. But anyways, I decided to test it, and the easiest way to do it, if you have already the homebrew, I found out that there's something called the homebrew browser, which basically a way for you to browse the homebrew and basically install apps instead of going to your PC, downloading them, expanding them to the SD card, and putting the SD card back into the Nintendo Wii. So basically, this is what I'm doing, in hopes that when I install the preloader, I'll access the what's called a hacks menu, and if there is something that's preventing the update, I will disable it. Okay, so we've installed the preloader. Now let's load it from the homebrew channel. We downloaded it from the homebrew channel. Now we have to install it, to run the application, to install the preloader in the system menu. Here you get the thingy. Anyways, to start it, you have to press plus and A button at the same time, both of them at the same time, which basically took me some time. But once you do, it will tell you that the preloader is not there and it will install itself. I don't know about these not found things, but anyways, just install it, and let's get out to the system menu and see if it actually works. You know, the first thing we want to test is, can we access the system hacks menu, which is basically done by pressing the reset button and holding it for a few seconds. And yes, we have it. Now the question is, let's check. Yeah, there's a system menu hacks, but both the disk and the online updates are enabled. So basically it's disabled. The blocking is disabled, so it's not the problem. But anyhow, just for the fun of it, even though nothing changed, I just wanted to test maybe installing the preloader itself did fix it. So I went ahead to try to do another kind of attempt at updating it. I get these connection errors, I don't know why, but anyways, if I start with a test connection, then try to do the update, then it works. But anyways, we still get the 32007, so the preloader didn't fix it, and we're back at the square zero in terms of the update. So as you see, guys, it eventually worked. I tried a lot of things. What worked actually was to try to connect to a different wireless. I used the hotspot on my mobile. I read, I tried, as you probably have seen, many things, including the preloader, all this kind of stuff, but nothing worked. But I read somewhere that sometimes the type of the security on your Wi-Fi might be blocking the updates or whatever. So I didn't dig into it, but basically I said I'll try, the mobile, and it's actually working. So great. Let's see if it finishes. So the update is done. Let's see what we get now. Interesting. Okay. Okay. So it worked. Finally, we updated the system. The interesting thing is that we didn't lose the soft mode. The homebrew channel is still there. Yep, everything is here. And for the final test, let's just see if the BootMII is still working. So I'll restart the Wii. Yep. So guys, that's it for this video. It actually worked. Now we've unbricked the Wii and updated it to 4.3. Now everything is working with this Wii. I was hoping that, I thought that I will lose the homebrew channels. Then I'll show you how to, jailbreak or add the homebrew to the Nintendo Wii in a new video. But anyways, now everything is working, and I think also we can remove these channels. I don't know how to edit channels, but anyway, we can, probably there's a way to delete these channels because we don't need them. But anyway, now it's working. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was kind of a learning experience for me. I hope the same for you guys. So in the next video, I'll choose another Wii that's not, doesn't have the homebrew, and we'll install the homebrew and show you how to run games off USB drives. That was the whole plan. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, it would be nice to leave a thumbs up and join the channel by subscribing and hitting the bell button. And that's it. See you soon.